It usually starts in small, ordinary moments. You open your banking app before breakfast and the number looks tighter than you hoped. A message from school arrives about a fee due next week. At the grocery store, you stand in the checkout line and do fast math in your head. You smile at the cashier, but your stomach is not calm. A friend texts about dinner, and you catch yourself typing, "maybe next time," even though you want to go. These are simple moments, but they collect. By evening, the mind has repeated the same quiet sentence many times. I am behind. I am late. I am less. Florence Scovel Shinn taught a cleaner sentence, I am provided. She spoke to women who carried homes on their backs and calendars in their hands. She did not ask them to pretend. She asked them to speak law. Your word is your wand, she wrote, and that means your word gives the order your life follows. Today we practice that order in plain language, for real days and real bills, without drama and without shame. Start with one scene you know well. You open the app and see a balance that makes you tense. Do not call it failure. Do not call it bad luck. Call it a moment to speak. Say out loud, gently and firm, I am provided by divine right. God leads my money today. Keep your eyes on the number and keep your voice steady. You are not begging anything. You are stating identity. You are the woman provided for under grace in perfect ways. That sentence changes how your nervous system reads the day. It slows the panic and makes room for wise moves you would miss when your heart is racing. Another scene. A bill sits on your table, or an email says payment due. Most people talk about bills the way they talk about bad weather. They complain, they predict storms, they repeat the same lines. Florence did something different. She spoke to the bill. She gave it a lawful name. Try this now in the smallest voice if you need to. This bill is already paid in full under grace, in perfect ways. You are not denying the due date. You are choosing a script that keeps your mind creative and available. After speaking, you might notice one small step to take. Set a reminder. Write to arrange a plan. Move a tiny amount today. The sentence opens the door. Fear closes it. One more ordinary scene. A friend mentions a trip, a dress, a new class for her child. You feel the old phrase rise to your lips. Too expensive. Catch it. Replace it without fuss. Not for me today. Increase only. That reply is clean. It protects your dignity. It keeps your gate open. When you say increase only, you are choosing a climate for your life. You are telling your mind to look for channels instead of threats. Florence said God is source. Channels change. Work may change. Clients may change. Prices may change. Source does not. When you stop worshiping one channel, you start noticing many. Why does this work? Not because words are magic tricks, but because words train attention, and attention drives choices. When a woman says, I am provided, her body loosens. She writes the email she avoided. She asks for the invoice she delayed. She notices an offer she would have scrolled past. These are small actions, but they multiply. A calmer voice leads to better timing. Better timing leads to better doors. This is not superstition. This is discipline. Will the mind resist? Very likely. You may hear a whisper inside that says you are being unrealistic. Answer softly, I am not decorating problems. I am giving lawful orders. Then give one more. Say, God leads my money today. That line matters. It reminds you that you are not alone with numbers. It reminds you to check your messages, to return the call, to open the envelope you feared. Guidance is practical. Many women learn this in one simple proof. The day they stop saying, I never have enough, opportunities begin to look back at them. They were always there. Panic hid them. Law reveals them. If you worry that faith language is not for you, keep it simple. When I say God, hear source. When I say divine right, hear what fits. Rightful, lawful, timely. We are not arguing doctrine. We are removing noise. We are putting your mind on a clean track you can use while you cook dinner, while you walk to the bus, while you put a child to sleep. You can whisper these lines anywhere. They do not disturb anyone. They steady you. Let's place a gentle promise on the table. In the next 7 days, you will practice short sentences instead of long worries. You will catch the old phrases and swap them without anger. You will speak to 1 bill a day instead of talking about 5. You will record 1 tiny proof each night, even if it feels silly. A discount you did not expect, a free ride, a client who replies, a refund that clears, a neighbor who brings fruit. Do not judge the size. The point is not the amount. The point is the climate change in your words. If you wake in the night and your mind begins numbers again, sit up for a moment and put a hand over your heart. Breathe 3 slow breaths. Say, I am provided by divine right. God leads my money even now. Stay with the words until your shoulders drop. There is no rush. Then return to bed. In the morning, repeat the same sentence before you pick up your phone. Let the first voice you hear be your own, speaking law. You may worry about pride or guilt when you speak good over money. That worry is learned. Many women were taught to shrink desire so they seemed kind. Florence did not ask you to worship money. She asked you to place money in right order, as a servant of good. When money serves, homes settle, children learn, health improves, and the heart becomes generous. Provision makes you more you. It does not erase your softness. It protects it. So here is our simple doorway for today. When the app opens, when the bill arrives, when a choice appears, speak your name in the present. I am provided. When fear rises, connect the sentence to action. God leads my money, so I will take the next right step. When old phrases push, switch them with increase only and more than enough. These lines are short on purpose. A 10-year-old can learn them. A tired mother can remember them. A beginner in English can say them clean. We are not chasing luck. We are training language. We are setting the house in order with sentences that carry weight. Your word is law to your life. Use it without apology. Use it with care. Start now, in this exact hour, with the exact numbers you have. Say it once more, quietly and firm. I am provided by divine right. God leads my money today. Then let today show you 1 proof, however small, that your life listens when you speak. There is a quiet order to life that most of us feel before we can explain it. You speak a sentence often enough, and your days start arranging themselves around it. If the sentence is, I am always late, the hours obey. If the sentence is, nothing ever works out for me, your attention begins to gather proof. Florence Scovel Shinn called this simple order a law. Your word is creative. Your word is directive. Your word is law to your life. This is not a threat. It is a mercy. It means you are not trapped in yesterday's labels. You are not at the mercy of moods or headlines, and you do not need to earn your way into worth. You speak. You act in line with what you spoke, and the path clears under grace. When I say law, think of the deep pattern behind things, the way seeds know to sprout and waves know to return. In the same way, your inner language sets a pattern your choices keep following. A woman who repeats, I am provided, does not become careless. She becomes steady. She answers the email she feared. She asks for fair payment without apology. She stops explaining away her needs. A woman who repeats money always demands pain will bargain against herself and call it humility. The sentences you use are not decorations. They are permissions. They tell your life what it is allowed to deliver. Some women worry that this is too simple, that life is more complicated than a few phrases. Life is complicated. Law is simple. Gravity is simple, yet it rules oceans. The point is not to pretend hard things are easy. The point is to keep your mouth from building extra walls while you walk through real ones. When you speak under grace and in perfect ways, you are not asking for magic. You are asking for right timing, right help, right seeing. You are asking to be led instead of pushed. This brings us to the next line. God is source. Channels change. If one door closes, the source is not broken. If one client pauses, the source is not offended. If one company tightens its budget, the source is not poor. Work is a channel. A friend is a channel. A refund, a discount, a mentor, a new idea. These are channels. They can change. They do change. The mistake many of us make is bowing to a single channel as if it were the source. We worship the boss, the algorithm, the one client who knows our worth. Then when that one channel shifts, we fall apart. The law frees you from that. Hold the source high. Hold every channel lightly. Imagine this in a day you recognize. You apply for a role and do not hear back. You feel the old script rising. It always goes this way. Catch it. Say, softly but clearly, my source cannot be turned down. If not this channel, another and a better one. You say it once in the kitchen while packing lunch, once on the bus, once before you open your laptop. The sentence keeps you from shrinking. It keeps you available. It makes you reach again without begging. Often the answer that follows is ordinary. A note to a colleague, a revised portfolio, a new introduction. But because you spoke law, you take the step without the weight of panic, and doors feel less heavy. A second scene. You run a small business and a customer delays payment. You can hold your breath for 3 weeks and poison your own work, or you can speak law and write a clean message. Instead of typing a paragraph of apology, you write a firm, kind line and include the invoice again. Before you press send, you place a hand on your desk and say, "This payment releases to me under grace, in perfect ways." When you speak like this, you are not denying reality. You are choosing a posture inside it. Your words keep you from turning a delayed invoice into a personal verdict. They protect your dignity and your timing. What about increase? Florence loved increase because increase is the nature of life. Not endless rushing, not greedy noise, but healthy growth. When you say increase only, you train your mind to watch for what can multiply instead of what must be cut. In practice, this looks like simple swaps. Instead of, "I can't afford anything," say, "I choose what serves and increase only." Instead of, "It's too late for me," say, "My timing is perfect. My channels are adjusting." These are not slogans. They are directions. They tell your attention where to stand, and your attention is the foreman that tells your actions what to build. If guilt rises when you speak good over money, notice it without feeding it. Many women were taught to treat lack as proof of goodness and desire as something wild that must be hidden. But money is a tool, not a crown. Under good order, money serves love. It pays the dentist on time. It buys the class that grows your work. It lets you rest without panic. It helps you give freely without the sour taste of resentment. When you claim provision, you are not stealing from anyone. You are stepping into stewardship. The law does not ask you to become hard. It asks you to become clear. There is a gentle test you can use when days feel tangled. Ask, which sentence am I obeying right now? You may hear, "I'm always behind," or "No one ever picks me," or "If I don't suffer, I don't deserve it." Then choose again. Do not fight the old sentence. That feeds it. Replace it. I am provided by divine right. God leads my money today. My source is steady. My channels are opening. Put the new sentence where the old one lived, in your mouth. The feeling may not match at first. That is fine. Feeling is a loyal follower when given a steady leader. I will not promise you that every door opens in an hour. I will promise that the woman who speaks law walks her hallway with more calm. And calm is not a small thing. Calm lets your brain see choices. Calm lets you hear the good idea you pushed aside. Calm gives you better words in meetings and in markets. Calm makes you a better mother, partner, friend, and owner of your own time. Calm is wealth long before numbers catch up. Before we move forward, hold two lines close and let them sit in you like warm tea. The first is, my word is law to my life. The second is, God is my source. Channels change to bless me. Keep them soft. Keep them frequent. Let them live in the spaces where worry used to live. In the checkout line, in the ride home, in the minute before you answer the phone. The more daily and ordinary your practice becomes, the more extraordinary your days begin to feel. Not because the world stops being the world, but because your house is now in order. And when your inner house is in order, money hears your address, under grace, in perfect ways. Now we turn language into motion, not by force, but by a gentle sequence you can repeat on any weekday. Think of it as the way you place cups in a cupboard. Same shelf, same rhythm, no fuss. The first move is with your mouth, the second with your mind, the third with your hands. When these three agree, money understands you. Begin with the moment that usually floods you. The bill on the table, the invoice not yet answered, the notification that lights your phone. Do not run from it. Bring it into the light of your voice. Hold the paper or open the email and read the amount without making it a verdict on your worth. Breathe once, then say slowly, I am provided by divine right. God leads my money today. This bill is already paid in full under grace, in perfect ways. Speak it as you are. Hair in a clip, soup on the stove, a child asking a question from the next room. You do not need candles or ceremony. The power is not in the scene. It is in the order of your words. When your voice goes first, your fear does not get to run the rest of the day. From voice, we move to framing, because most damage comes from the phrases we repeat without noticing. Catch the common ones and replace them with sentences that keep doors open. When your friend says, let's sign up for the course, and your mouth starts forming too expensive, let the phrase pass by and answer with, not for me today, increase only. That answer is honest and kind to you. It tells your mind to keep looking for ways rather than reasons to shrink. At the market, when a price surprises you, avoid the old drama of I can't afford anything and quietly say, I choose what serves me now. In a meeting, when a fee is questioned, do not rush to shave yourself thin. Sit tall and say, this is the value. I'm open to a schedule that works for both of us. You will feel the difference in your spine. Reframing is not pretending, it is steering. Now the hands. After you speak and reframe, take one small action that matches your new sentence. If you told the bill it is paid in full under grace, act as the woman who expects grace to move in timely ways. Set a calendar note. Send the short, clean message you've put off. Offer a partial payment with dignity and a plan for the rest. If you said God leads my money today, open the folder you avoid and put 5 files in order. If you said increase only, list one service you can offer in a clearer way this week and share it with one person who needs it. These acts are simple by design. They are the click that completes the circuit. Many women speak hope, but let their hands keep the old habits. When mouth, mind, and hands agree, money hears a steady tone and follows it. You can bring this sequence into very ordinary places. Imagine the grocery aisle with a child in the cart, asking for something bright on the shelf. You look at the price and feel that tightness in your chest. Instead of snapping no and calling yourself foolish later, you breathe and say, not for us today. We're choosing what increases our week. You keep walking and pick the fruit that will actually be eaten, not the snack that will be half opened and forgotten. On the bus home, you whisper, "I am provided. Channels are adjusting." That night, you check your app and see a small cashback you did not expect. Do not insult it by calling it nothing. Say, "Proof." Put the word in your notes with the date. Small proofs train your eyes to see larger ones. Or take the freelance designer who has sent 3 proposals and waits in silence. The old pattern would be to scroll, to make a 4th cup of coffee, to tell herself a story about not being chosen. The quiet move is different. She stands up, places both hands on her desk, and says, "My source cannot be turned down. If not this channel, another and better one." She opens a project she paused, updates 2 images, and posts them. She writes 1 warm follow-up line to a former client. She lowers the noise but raises the light. Often, within a day, one of the proposals moves or a new inquiry appears. She calls it coincidence. Florence would call it law in motion. There is a tender place where many women trip, asking. We were trained to hint, to hope, to wait for someone to read our need. Quiet moves teach you to ask in a clean, brief way. When you must send an invoice, do not wrap it in apology. Include the number, the date, the cheerfully human greeting, and a single line. Here is the invoice for the work delivered. Thank you in advance for timely payment. Before you press send, place a hand over your heart and say, "This payment releases to me under grace, in perfect ways." Then go wash a plate or water a plant. Do not sit staring at the screen as if your gaze could force a reply. The law works better than a stare. You may wonder how to keep softness while you get stronger with money. The answer is that softness grows when fear leaves. Provision does not harden you. It gives you room to be gentle. When you operate under grace, the move is never to corner anyone, not even yourself. You speak clearly, you take the next right step, and you let timing do its quiet work. If a door stays shut, you do not pace and call yourself names. You say, "Not this channel," and you turn to the next. Women who learn this stop measuring every hour with panic and begin counting tiny increases with gratitude. Gratitude keeps your inner house warm. Panic leaves the windows open to cold. Bring your wallet or your phone into the practice too. Each morning before the day runs away with you, hold it for 10 seconds and say, "I am provided by divine right. God leads my money today." As you speak, picture your money moving in honest circles, out to the places that serve your life, back from the places that honor your work. The picture is simple, like watching waves go and return. Do not build a complicated image, just feel the steadiness of flow. When you want to put your wallet down, you will notice your shoulders have lowered a little. That is not small. A relaxed body makes wiser choices. Finally, let every quiet move end with blessing, even if the amount looks small or the answer is not yet complete. When the bus fare is waived, bless it. When a neighbor leaves extra herbs at your door, bless it. When a client pays on time, bless it aloud in your kitchen. Blessing is not flattery, it is direction. You are directing your attention toward the fields that are already growing, so you can tend them. The more you bless what agrees with your law, the more your days arrange themselves around that law. This is how women like you build a new normal. Soft voice, clear spine, steady hands. You are provided. Your source is constant. Your channels are adjusting even now under grace in perfect ways. A day is enough time to change the weather inside your house, not by force, not by lucky breaks, but by a simple rhythm that repeats until it becomes your new normal. Think of the drill as a soft bell that rings 3 times, when you rise, when the day is moving, and when the lights are low. Each ring is short. Each ring says the same message in 3 ways: speak, act, and record. 7 days of this steady music will do more for your money peace than 7 months of worry. Begin in the morning before the phone claims your attention. Sit on the edge of the bed or stand by a window and place one hand over your heart, one hand on your purse or your phone. Breathe in and count to 4. Breathe out and count to 4, and let your shoulders drop. Say, slowly and clean, I am provided by divine right. God leads my money today. Say it again a little deeper in your chest. Say it a third time as if you were teaching it to a child you love. Do not rush the words. Let them sit in you for a moment after you speak. Florence called this the law in a sentence. It is not a trick. It is the order of your day. When the body hears a calm voice first, the hours keep better shape. Right after you speak, take one step that matches the words. Keep it small and real. Open the message you have avoided and start to answer after breakfast. Move a tiny amount into savings and smile at the act, not the size. Write a single line to a person who owes you and keep the line kind and clear. Do not try to fix everything before the coffee is ready. The morning part is about direction, not finish lines. You are showing your day which way to face. Later, when the day is noisy and there are dishes, notifications, and small requests from every corner, you will meet the second bell. It can be any hour that finds you with a breath of space. Choose one bill, one task, or one price that makes your chest tighten. Bring it into the light and speak directly to it. Read the amount and keep your voice steady. Say, this is already paid in full under grace in perfect ways. If a due date stares at you, answer it with the next right move. Set a reminder. Send a short message. Propose a clear plan. If you are in a store and a price surprises you, do not call yourself poor. Whisper, not for me today. Increase only and choose what actually serves your week. The midday part keeps your dignity in place when the world pulls at you. It teaches your lips to bless what helps and to release what does not without drama. The day will end, because days end. Before it does, the third bell rings. Make a small space for it. Sit at the table or on the bed with a pen and a simple notebook. Write one line at the top. I am provided, God led my money today. Under that line, record one proof. Do not argue with it. If the bus fare was waived, that is proof. If a client replied after silence, that is proof. If you found a discount on the item you needed, that is proof. If you said no without shame and slept, better, that is proof. Put the date beside the line and close the book. The evening part is not a report to impress anyone. It is how you train your eyes to see increase. What you bless grows. This rhythm holds for 7 days. On the first day, keep it very gentle. Start where you are with the numbers you have. On the next day, add a small order to your money corner. Clear a wallet pocket, rename a folder, delete an old bill you have already settled. On another day, choose one place to ask in a clean voice. The invoice you must send, the raise you have earned, the date for payment you need confirmed. Keep your words short and kind. Say before you press send, this payment releases to me under grace in perfect ways. There will be a day that asks for opening a new channel, sharing your service with someone you have not told, applying for a role, posting a simple note about your work. There will be a day that asks for a seed. Give a small amount where you feel led, not to buy luck, but to prove to your own heart that you live in flow, not fear. There will be a day for review. Read your notebook lines and let gratitude warm your face. None of this is heavy. All of this is steady. Women often ask how to keep softness while they become strong. The drill is your answer. You do not shout. You do not beg. You do not harden. You speak law with a warm voice. You take the next right step. You bless the proof. When a door stays shut, you do not punish yourself. You say, not this channel, and you turn your head to look for the next. Florence reminded us that God is the source. Channels change. When you live this way for a week, your nervous system learns a new lesson. Money is not a judge, it is a tool. You are not at its mercy. You are its owner under grace. If night brings worry and numbers try to crowd your mind, do not fight the numbers. Sit up. Put your feet on the floor. Breathe. Say once more, I am provided by divine right. God leads my money even now. Picture your money moving in honest circles, out to pay what serves, back to you through channels that respect your time and your gift. Keep the picture plain. Waves that go and return are enough. When your breath is even, lie down and let the sentence hold the room for you. There will be mornings when the voice feels thin, afternoons when the bill looks large, evenings when the proof seems small. Do not judge any of it. The value of a drill is not in how it feels, it is in how it forms you. A dancer repeats steps until the body remembers. You are doing the same with words and choices. At the end of 7 days, you will notice a change that is not loud but is real. Fewer spikes of panic, clearer asks, kinder no's, a small list of proofs you did not see before. That is not luck. That is order. Keep one line close as you move through this week. I keep my promises to myself. When you speak in the morning, you keep a promise. When you face one bill and take one step, you keep a promise. When you write one proof, you keep a promise. Promises build trust, and trust is wealth long before money arrives. Trust lets you stand tall at a counter, on a call, in your own kitchen. Trust lets you ask without apology and wait without fear. Tomorrow you will do the same 3 rings again. Morning, midday, night. Speak, act, record. Let each day teach the next. This is how a woman lays a new floor under her feet. Quietly, plank by plank, until the whole room feels different, under grace, in perfect ways. There comes a moment when practice stops feeling new and begins to feel like home. You have spoken clean sentences. You have faced small numbers without shaming yourself. You have acted in simple ways and recorded proofs that would be easy to miss. Now we place a seal on all of it so your days stay guided even when life grows busy. A seal is not decoration. It is a closing act that says, this is who I am and this is how I move. When the seal is clear, your choices stop arguing with your beliefs. They match. Begin with identity, because identity steadies everything else. Say your name in the present. I am provided by divine right. Let it land. You are not trying to be. You are not hoping to be. You are stating what your life is allowed to deliver. Women often wait for a big result to feel safe saying this. Florence turned it around. She asked us to say who we are first, then let results line up. Identity is the switch that tells the house to light. Now the oath. An oath is a short promise you can keep on a tired day. You do not need 10 lines. You need 1 or 2 that live well in the mouth. Let yours sound like this. I keep my law with a gentle voice. I walk in, increase only. These are calm sentences. They do not shout, but they stand. Keep them where you can reach them, on a small card in your purse, as the first note in your phone, taped near the kettle. When the mind spins, the oath is a handle. You grab it and you are upright again. Sealing also means choosing your language family and living there. You already know the core lines. Your word is law. God is source. Channels change. Increase only. Under grace in perfect ways. A seal turns these from ideas into a house policy. In the kitchen, on the bus, at the store, on a call, this is how we speak. When someone else pours fear into the room, you do not attack them. You keep your law without noise. You answer cleanly, or you say nothing and let your peace be the sentence. In time, people feel the boundary and speak to you in kinder ways. because you trained the space around you to respect your calm. There will be tests. A bill may arrive larger than you like. A message may come later than you hoped. A price may stretch you. The seal is made for this. It is the quiet no to panic and the steady yes to order. You look at the number and say, "This is already paid in full under grace, in perfect ways." Then you take the next right step without shrinking your worth. You do not harden. You do not bargain against yourself to feel safe. You honor your work. You ask cleanly. You make a plan. And you let timing serve you. Women who live their seal stop making fear their manager. They make law their guide. Blessing is part of the seal. Each time money moves in a way that respects you, on time, fairly, with ease, bless it aloud. Thank you for arriving right and right-sized. When a channel closes without chaos, bless that too. Not this channel, another and better one. Blessing is not pretending everything feels good. It is training your eyes to return to good order as a default. The more you bless what agrees with your law, the more your days arrange themselves to offer you more of it. There is also release. A clean seal holds firm, but does not grip. After you speak and act, you do not press your face against the glass of an outcome. You return to your day with dignity. Florence taught that what belongs to you comes under grace, and what does not will fall away without taking your peace. If a door stays shut, let it teach you direction, not despair. If a delay appears, let it teach you timing, not self-judgment. Your seal includes this posture. I release hurry. I receive perfect timing. Let the seal touch your body as well. Before you send an invoice or pay a bill, pause for one breath, soften your shoulders, and lightly touch your heart. This small gesture tells your nervous system, we are safe, we are led, we move with care. When the body learns the seal, the mind does not have to fight so hard. Calm becomes your normal setting, not a special event. If you share a home, let your seal be gentle company. Children do not need complex lessons. They watch, they hear. When a price surprises you, they hear you say, "Not for us today. We choose what serves." When money arrives, they hear, "We bless this." When a plan changes, they hear, "Our channels adjust. Our source is steady." You are teaching them a language that will guard them for years, and you are reminding yourself each time you speak. It is right to ask, how will I know the seal is working? You will not always know by numbers first. You will know by climate. Fewer spikes of fear. Cleaner asks. Quicker recovery after a no. Less apology in your invoices. More ease at the counter. A new habit of noticing small proofs and writing them down without argument. These are signs of a house in order. Numbers follow houses in order. That is their nature. We close with a simple rite you can repeat whenever you need to feel the edges of your seal. Stand or sit with your back straight. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your purse or phone. Breathe in and out once. Speak slowly. I am provided by divine right. God leads my money today. My word is law to my life. God is my source. Channels change to bless me. I walk in increase only, under grace in perfect ways. Let the room be quiet for a moment after you speak. Do not rush into noise. Let the sentences do their work. Then take one step that fits the words. Send what must be sent. File what must be filed. Ask what must be asked, or rest if the step is rest. The seal is not drama. It is steady leadership of your own life. If you want to mark this moment, you can leave one line where others can see and strengthen it with you. Write it below, simple and proud. I am provided. And then live as the woman who wrote it. Soft voice, clear spine, open hands, guided money, peaceful provision, today and again tomorrow, under grace in perfect ways.